Hi, hello. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Welcome to this Christmas premiere. If you don't know me, my name is Mia. I live in Denmark with my husband David and our 4 cats. And I hope you will like this premiere video. So I hope you've enjoyed all the other videos so far, and there will be many others after mine. So what I want to show you for my premiere is some Christmas decorations that we basically learn how to do as, you know, since we're children here in Denmark. I don't know how many of you, have tried this, or maybe it's known all over the world, but this is what I'm going to do today. And then we're going to talk a little about Christmas here. I know we do some things are the same and some things aren't. So this is going to be a little heart, a little kind of like a braided heart. You can make them with as many, these little legs, you can do them with as many and as few. Well, you have to have at least 2 of these little legs. Those up here, let's see what color do I want to do. Let's take the red and the gold. You see this one has 3. And I'm going to show you, oh, this is much thinner. Anyway, so I'm not going to make all of them just because it's going to take you, well, it's going to take forever to do them. So basically, you see, I have these, these 2, so I'm going to put one of the legs under here, so you have it like this. And then the other one, I'm gonna put in between here. I'm sorry for the lighting, it's kind of dark today. So there's not much I can do about it. So see, now you have one here, then you have the other one. The first one, you have to put through the second leg if it wants to. So for some reason it's always going to be a little, I don't know, for some reason I always found it to be a little tricky. It isn't tricky, it's just it likes to, make itself a little annoying. I think everybody I know has this. Well, it isn't really an issue, it's just the paper that wants to make fun of you, I think. So there we have it. We have our little heart. Isn't it adorable? And then you can put on one of these little ones so you can hang it on a tree. Let's see. I have some glue. Let's try not to make a huge mess, just because, yeah, it's a mess. Just a little, hang on. So I always end up getting no glue or way too much glue. So you just put it in here. See, I just put it in there. Sorry. I just spent the last few days having a fever of a 102, 103. So I'm still trying to get over that. And on top of that, I had the flu about, I don't know, less than 10 days ago. See, I think I just glued it all together here. Didn't I? Hang on. Yep. That's the issue sometimes if you put too much glue. It tends to go all over the place, and yeah. So there you have it, a little heart. What we use these for is we hang them on our Christmas tree, and then you can put in, candy and little, homemade cookies. We do make a lot of homemade cookies for Christmas, so you can put them in, and then we have a Christmas song that goes something like, first you have to show the tree and then you get to eat it, which means you get to plunder all these little hearts and whatever you've made that you can put in the candy or the treats or the biscuits, cookies. So yeah. Sadly, I can't show you the them on the tree because we don't have a tree up this year. We're not going to be home for Christmas. We're going to celebrate Christmas with our 3-year-old niece, Rosa, and her dad. Rosa's mom is going to be there too. She and my brother aren't together anymore, but they have I think, a great deal where they're going to celebrate Christmas and birthdays together as long as, everything is okay between them for the sake of their daughter, which I love that idea. I have to say that. I mean, if they can make it work, I am so proud of them. So then Rosa's mom's mom is going to be there as well, and then David and I. So we're going to be the 6 of us. My parents won't be there for, well, reasons that nobody knows but them, apparently. they won't be there. So it's gonna be the 6 of us, and I'm sure it's going to be just amazing because who doesn't want to celebrate Christmas with a 3-year-old? That is, she's so big now that she understands everything about Christmas. And for the past, I don't know, month and a half, she's been talking nonstop about how we're going to be celebrating Christmas together, and that we're going to be there, and mom and dad and grandma. And she's just so excited, which, I'm excited for her and have been having a lot of fun trying to figure out, what gifts to give her. And so, yeah, my brother helped a little. He was like, so this is what she needs. So, of course, I got those. So, here you have another one with 3 legs. These are the most known ones. Everybody more or less did these as a child. These are the original braided hearts. Today you can make them with, 10 legs. Today, people even make them with little figurines in them. I've seen them with hearts made into them. So it's been kind of an art today, and I think it's fun to see how people make them, but I really prefer just the original ones and then make them, with more stripes. I don't need to be all fancy and I don't know what. So yeah, those are the hearts. And I love those. They're so beautiful. And you can make these easily yourself. I was kind of lazy. I bought these finished. But when I was a child, we basically made them ourselves. So you can do that as well if you want to. I mean, as you can see, it isn't really hard. You just need to fold over your paper, do, cut like this and then cut up so you have the legs. So that's kind of easy. And then fold them, braid them. So what I'm going to show you next, this is something that I think every child has done as one of their first Christmas decorations. And I am pretty sure that every home who had a child in it have had these garlands on the Christmas tree. I remember we had them for years in my childhood home because, my brother and I are 2.5 years. We have 2.5 years in between us. So, yeah, we had them for years. First, I was making them, then my brother was making them. So what you do is you have these strips, and then you fold them over, and you glue them together. Some people staple them together. I find that a bit of cheating. But, everybody can do as they please. I remember in school they wanted us, to do it fast and mess-free. So I don't get it. Why would schools who wanted to do it mess-free? Well, I get it. I mean, in my class, we weren't that many. But we were still, I don't know, 16, 17 kids, which even for our standards is a very, very small class. So as you can see, I basically glue them together. And yay, I got glue all over it. And I don't even have some paper. Let's see, can I? Yeah, let's do it like this. And then you can basically, I'm going to show you just with these thick, six, oh my God. Language, lady, English is hard today. So I took these 6 strips and that's what we're going to do today. I mean, we would make them, I don't know, meters long. Sorry. So that we could put them all around the Christmas tree. And sometimes we would even make it a competition in school. Who would make the longest garland within the hour? And yeah. You can use basically any kind of paper for this. You can use regular printing paper. You can use, I don't know, newspapers, anything really. So you don't have to go out and buy fancy paper like this. I just bought this set with all kinds of decoration stuff in it, which is why I have this fancy paper. But it's kind of cute, right? Look at those little snowmen. Little snowmen. So there are, what, 6 different ones? Yeah. And the last one, well, I could carry on putting them all together, but that's not gonna be fun for you. So this is basically what they're gonna look like. And then you can just carry on with the rest of the strips over here. And then you end up having a very long garland, which, you know, people hang them on their tree, they hang them around their homes, on lamps, on everything really. Kids would do these for hours if they were allowed to. And they're kind of fun, right? Yeah, I can't wait to do these with Rosa when she's a little older. Right now she's 3.5 years old, so we have to wait a little. Sorry. So, the last thing I'm going to attempt to do with you is something that I'm not really that very good at. I haven't been doing these for, oh, I don't know, since I was a child. Really, most of this I haven't done since I was a child. So it's kind of fun to do it again. So these thingies are going to be made into a star, looking like this. And I had a trial run before I started filming. And one of them was this, which I have no idea how I succeeded in doing it. And the other one, which was the second one, ended up like, I'm not really sure what happened. So maybe you get to laugh at and with me, and maybe we will actually succeed in making a star. Let's try. I don't promise anything, but I'm gonna do my best. And if not, my husband is going to laugh at me when he comes back in and, you know, sees what I've been doing. And he's like, what happened? I mean, I don't know. How would I know what happened? I don't know. I mean, do you ever know what's... let's see. See, I'm already in trouble. And then in here and under. Is that right? I think maybe it is. And then you kind of pull them all to get, no, see, something's wrong. Yep. See, I told you I'm not very good at this. I really have no idea what I'm doing. And that's the fun part of all this, right? That sometimes you just don't know what you're doing. And I, for one, am great at laughing at myself, which is kind of the best part of it, I think, is that you are able to laugh at yourself, which I am very good at laughing at myself. So yeah, let's see, can we do it this time? Let's see, and then through here. Did we succeed this time? Oh, I actually think we succeeded. Wow, what happened? So, no, we didn't. See, we have both legs over here. Oh my God. So we're going to have Yeah, we're gonna have to put that here, and then I hope you're laughing at me together with me, because I'm having a blast over here trying to figure out how to do this plastic star. So like I told you, we're gonna celebrate Christmas at my brother's. We did that 2 years ago when Rosa was just a year and a half, which was a lot of fun. But this year it's gonna be so much more fun because she's older and she gets what Christmas is about, which for me is so much fun. Because, when she was one, it was more like, ooh, can I get the wrapping paper and play with it? Okay, let's see. Then we fold over the paper. Well, and not too tight because we're gonna need a little space when we're folding. We go clockwise. And again. And then we have the last one, which goes under here to kind of lock it all. And for some reason, can you see all of this? Yes. So then I'm gonna fold I really do hope I'm doing this correctly. If not, we're gonna have a big laugh when I'm trying to do this later on. And so then we're going to put see, we did something wrong here. I wonder what I did wrong. I don't know. Should it maybe be the other way around? Ah, yes. See, there we go. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, my dear. See, I told you I haven't been successful in doing these since, well, I still don't know how that other one that I showed you succeeded because, well, I really do know why. Just because David, my husband, was really standing next to me and told me, oh no, now you have to do this and now you have to do that, and now I'm alone. And that means I don't have my help. So then you have to put this see, something is up. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong here. Hang on. Hey, so I'm just gonna interrupt my own Danish Christmas ornament making here to talk to you guys a little bit about the Nordic mythology of Christmas and Santa Claus. And you might think I'm crazy right now, but hold on. I'm gonna explain here. So, sorry. The modern Christmas is a fusion of traditions from many cultures, and it has both Christian and pre-Christian elements. One of the most prevalent is the Nordic Yule, which means Yule. To some, Yule was and still is considered a holy period. Like other winter solstice holidays, it celebrates the promise of the light will triumph over darkness and the rebirth of the sun. Sorry. During Yule, all the gods are honored, especially Odin, who is also referred to as Yule Father, Father Christmas, or Yule Father. Yule is known as a time in which family and friends would strengthen their ties to each other through hospitality, feasting, drinking, gift giving, and making merry in the face of the privations and dangers of the winter. So, is Odin the Yule Father possibly the original influence to the fictitious Father of Christmas character known as Santa Claus? At first glance, the comparison seems ridiculous. What could a jolly fat man who slips down chimneys to bring children presents possibly has to do with an one-eyed, raven-flanked Viking god of war? Upon closer examination, however, the similarities between the two become closer. So, Santa Odin comparisons include Odin crosses the skies during the night of Yule, rewarding the good and punishing the bad. The Vikings and other northern European people believed that Odin raced across the windy skies, leading his pack of gods, elves, beasts, and ancestral spirits in a great hunt against the ice giants and the forces of the dark. This wild hunt, as it was often called, was linked to winter storms and dangerous omens. While the wild hunt was on, those who provoked the ire of the gods could find themselves caught in bad luck and Odin's wrath, while those whom Odin favored would receive good fortunes and gifts. Though the wild hunt could happen any winter's nights, it was especially associated with the 12 nights of Yule. Santa crossing the night skies of the whole world on Christmas night shares similar imagery. Odin was known for having an eight-legged horse flying the night skies. So Odin's eight-legged flying horse is named Sleipnir, and the saying was that he was the Sleipnir led a sleigh instead of chariots, which the other gods were using. And as we all know, Santa Claus is riding in his sleigh, which is being drawn by 8 reindeers. And the 8 reindeers is, of course, because of Sleipnir's 8 legs. I mean, maybe it's a little thin, but it's there. So, there are also the further connection to the old Nordic stories of children leaving straws and carrots in their boots as a gift for hungry Sleipnir, fresh from the wild hunt. In exchange, they would find their boots filled with gifts in the morning. This is thought of to be the origin of modern treats for Santa and his reindeer in exchange for gift-stuffed stockings by the fireplace. And while this is a popular passed-down Scandinavian folklore story, we have yet to find any primary written sources on it. So, yeah. Odin was a gift giver. Norse mythology has many instances of Odin giving gifts to humankind. Odin would sometimes show up and provide a worthy person with some special item they needed. For instance, Odin arrived in his now familiar disguise of an old man with white beard and a cape and a stick to give the hero Sigmund the gift of a magic sword, for instance. That is one of those. Um, and also the Nordic gods had elves that made gifts. The dwarves and elves of Norse mythology were especially known to be the creators of wondrous things, such as Odin's magical spear, Freyr's magical ship, Thor's magical hammer, and other known gifts. And also, the North believed that Odin knew if they were good or bad. Odin was considered the far-seeing, all-knowing god of Norse mythology. He sent out his two ravens, Hugin and Munin, every morning to collect news from the 9 worlds, and every night these supernatural birds would report back to him. Odin would walk the earth, searching for wisdom and knowledge, and to check in on people that he favored, as well as people that he distrusted. Odin was also the chosen of the slain who, along with Freya, chose who judged the worthiness of people to take a place in Valhalla. Santa was originally called Father Christmas. One of Odin's most popular title is that of the word All-Father. And as previously mentioned, he is also called Yule Father. And other Christmas connections is the mistletoe. If you know the story, Loki killed Balder with a spear made from mistletoe, and the mistletoe berries later became the symbol of love in the epilogue of the same story, hence the tradition of kissing under it. The Christmas tree. Vikings decorated trees with food, gifts, and small carvings. The traditions of lighting candles on trees were not documented until the early 19th century, but they lighted candles. Carols and caroling, though they were almost certain of a very different character than our Christmas carols, the Norse sang Yule carols. The gifts of cake and sweets. These items were offered to the Fates and Norms and mother fertility and nursing forces that probably originated with the older Indo-European cults but suffused with an Asia goddess of the Viking Age, such as Freya and Frigg. Wreaths. One Yule tradition involved making large wheels of pine boards, lighting them on fire and rolling them down a hill in honor of the sun. The round shape of wreaths also depicted the cylindrical nature of the seasons and of the North conception of the cosmos time. And then we also have the Christmas goats that are made out of straw. The Vikings also made those, but that was to celebrate Thor's goats, which in the beginning, way back, were believed that those were the ones who brought the gifts to children and others who were good. Instead of Odin coming around, they believed it was the goats. And the drinking of Christmas. Christmas and New Year's are the main times of the year that conspicuous drinking of alcohol becomes more socially acceptable. The Vikings celebrated Yule with nights on end drinking mead and special brewed ales from animal horns and sometimes the skulls of their enemies. Holidays are times when the traditions of our many ancestors come down to us in blended forms, despite the diverse points of origin. Christmas is still a time in which people brave the cold to come together, strengthen their bonds of kinship and friendship, think of their past and their future, and consider their spiritual place in the world. So, yeah. I hope you like this little story of Christmas. And now back to the ornament making. Thank you for listening. Okay, so next up, I'm going to attempt to make a star, a Christmas star. It looks like this star. It's very beautiful, and I can make them, but for me, it's the beginning I find hard. All the folding and making the legs of the stars, no issues at all. It's the beginning. Therefore, I mean, look, I made this little one as well. So to help me in the beginning, I have this sheet of paper that shows me how to do it. So I'm gonna have that next to me just for 5 minutes. So you have these 4 pieces of paper. They are folded double. So you're gonna have one that you put there. Then you take the second one and fold it. So you have it there. Then I need to make sure I do it correctly. Then you have one that you put under, all the way under, please. Right? I need to make sure I'm doing this correct. I did do it correct just before. So there, like this. And then you have the last one. That is, last one. That is going under here. Hang on, work with me. Work with me, please. Under here and then in between here. And then you just need to pull them in so you have a square like this. Oh, it actually looks like it might going to succeed. Oh, wow. Then you fold over like this. You don't want to make it too tight because you want to be able, and you go clockwise, you want to be able to put the paper under and through each other, because that's what you're going to do when you fold it. But also you don't want it to be too loose. So yeah, and then you take the last one here, and you have this little open fold here that you're going to put it through. And fold it. And it looks right. Yay me. I was prepared to tell you, please laugh at me because this won't be successful. So now it looks like this. You can see you have one long and one short, and you have that all around. So then you take the short one, which the first time I was doing, I was like, that doesn't make sense. But apparently. So you fold it behind itself, under itself, and again, not too tight, but not too loose either. So you make it like this, and then you fold it over like this, and fold them together. And so what I find the easiest is just to fold it a little backwards, and then you put it through here, and there you go, the first leg of your star. Then you just basically do that all around here, See, this is the part I have no issues with. For some reason, my issue is the beginning. Most people say like, oh, this is the hard one. Or when you get to these legs of the stars, people say, oh, that is hard. But for me, it's the beginning. No idea why. Maybe it's because I keep forgetting which way everything goes. I don't know. But this is kind of easy. So yeah, I want to know what traditions. Please tell me in the chat what is some Christmas decorations that you do in your home for Christmas. I would really love to know that, because I am sure that you're making something beautiful as well. I know that in the US you string popcorn. Do you know why you're doing it? Because I don't know. I mean, do you eat the popcorn after Christmas? Why did you start putting popcorn on strings? What else are you doing for Christmas decorations that is homemade? Yeah, I would really love to know, because I'm pretty sure that some things we're doing the same, but other things I'm pretty sure we're doing differently. I mean, do you do any of the decorations that I have shown you here? Because that would be neat to know for me. I mean, I know a lot of this is done in the countries around us, like Germany and Norway and Sweden, maybe even Finland, I'm not sure. But I have been making Christmas decorations since I was a child. So you see that we have done all 4, and now I'm basically just turning it around 180 degrees. And now I'm doing the long one here. So basically I just do the same all over again, but on the other side. Yeah, I would really love to know what you're doing, and also what traditions for Christmas or the holidays do your family has, or did your family have? See, for my family, Christmas wasn't particularly cozy. For some reason, everything was rushed. I mean, my mom worked at a hospital where she was cleaning and serving dinner. So she would often work Christmas Eve, and then everything would be, maybe she would have cooked some of it before she left, and then we would know, okay, at this and this time we would put on the oven or the stove and do this, and then she'd be home at around 6:30 or 7, depending on how many patients there was on the ward that she was working on. And then when she came home, she did the last, instead of just asking us or my dad to cook while she was working, but she is a control freak more or less, so that wasn't an option. Then she came home and we, had dinner, and then my mom got so tired because she's been up early, and, so everything was so rushed and stressful because, well, my mom was tired, and then she lost her temper more easily, and yeah. So often our Christmases would be over before, most often between 9 and 10. It was different when I was young. I remember we would celebrate with family, mostly my dad's family, and that would be amazingly fun because all my cousins would be there. Those Christmases I loved, just because it was more relaxed. And back then my mom didn't work at the hospital, so it was just way more relaxed. But those Christmases were when she worked at the hospital, yeah, I don't have any fond memories of those. And we rarely had company because, well, something happened here. What did I do wrong? See, I told you, I am professional in making something wrong. Let's see. Oh, I know what's the... I know what was wrong. So, for the last one here, you need to fold this one over. I was like, I didn't do anything wrong here. So you just need to fold this over and put it in here. I almost stressed there. So, you have made all... Hang on, what did I do? There you go. There you go. So, you have now made all of these little side stars, whatever you want to call them. So now we're going to do these. And they're kind of funny to do. So, I wonder if I can... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, fold it over, hold it a little, not too tight. Then I'm going to take this one, and this is the side up. You're going to have to keep that side up, so you fold it behind itself and fold it again. Oh. And then fold it again like this, so you have the side up again. And then you have to put it in here and then try to get it through. And then you see it comes out between here, and then you just need to make sure you don't get caught in one of these little legs. There. And then you just pull it a little, not too much, because you don't want it to fold in on itself. And then you take this, fold it over, and fold it backwards and up. And then sometimes it is a little, I don't know, it wants to tease sometimes. It's paper, and paper can crumble a little, which can make it a little difficult. So there it came. And yeah, you got it again. And then when I'm done, I'm gonna, pull it a little tighter. And you fold this one over. And so that is most of my childhood Christmases. But as an adult, when I met my husband and his family, it was kind of a shock for me because, like I said, I have been used to rushed Christmas nights, Christmas evenings. In Denmark, we celebrate Christmas on the 24th, and I would do it again. We fold it backwards and up. And see, now we don't have one to hold over, so we need to put it under the star thingy, and then try to get it through. It can be a little tricky. But yeah. So the first Christmases that I had with my in-laws and my husband, now husband then boyfriend, was a shock for me because I had been so used to all these rushed Christmases and never knowing the the mood of my mom, and when is she going to go to bed because somebody said something that she didn't like, That's basically the Christmases I was used to with my parents, at least the past 10 years or so. As I grew older and I got jobs myself, most years I chose to work just to, you know, to get away from it all. So my husband's family's Christmases was so different. Everything took, in my book, in the beginning, forever. It could take hours to eat, which for me was a little, excessive. I mean, it shouldn't take 2 or 3 hours to eat. But it did, and I have learned to love that part, that it's basically just enjoying the food and enjoying the company and everything. I'm doing the same again here on the other side, and just, be in the present. And then after dinner, we would, clean up the kitchen, and we would, well, first we would clean up after the main dish, and then we would go in, dance around the tree. That's something we do in Denmark. We dance around the tree and we sing some songs, Christmas songs, Christmas carols. And then we would go back to the kitchen and have the kind of dessert part of it where it's kind of like a rice pudding. You make it out of rice porridge, and then you mix it with full cream and everything like that, and it's amazing. Then when you've done it, you put in an entire almond, a whole almond, and then the fun begins, because you need to find one person is going to get that almond and will win a gift. Sorry. And the fun part of it is to make everyone believe that nobody has the almond, so that more and more of the pudding, the rice pudding, has to be eaten. So everybody is like, so who got it, and why hasn't anyone found it yet? There's almost nothing left. And then when everybody's sitting there looking at each other, so who got it? And why haven't anybody found it? One person will go like, either take it out of the mouth or, show that I've hid it in my hand or whatever. And then, there is this little gift. It's called the almond gift, which is, it isn't a big gift. It's basically just a small thing. So now the star is done. Now we just need to cut off all the excess paper. And we did it, people. I made a star without any big mistakes. I think that is the first time in forever. So yeah. That is the Christmas ornaments that most people do here in Denmark. And I hope that you have enjoyed this, and I hope that you since I don't know that yet, I hope you had fun talking with me in the chat, and I would love it if you would give this video a thumbs up. And maybe if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, you would consider doing so. I would love to have you. So, yeah. And now, good luck. Well, not good luck. Have fun in the next video. And before I go, I will take you on a little tour of our outside lights, but I won't be saying anything. So enjoy, and don't forget to get some snacks and something to drink. Maybe take a toilet break before going on to the next video. So take care, everybody. Enjoy your holidays and have fun with these videos. Glowly Yule, Merry Christmas. Bye, everybody.